Imagine a world of design as you've never experienced before. A close-up encounter with the trendiest designers and their latest creations. All this and more on Inside Design. Think high-tech industrial design, and the first thing that comes to mind is factory floors and steel-plated walls. Hardly what you would expect as an inspiration for a design style. Ironically, the high-tech and industrial design style poses a major challenge for designers. They have to marry advanced engineering techniques with artistic appeal. The style calls for heavy use of metal and glossy finishes. That is, to emphasize the technical nature of the product. And today, this form can be seen extensively in a very broad range of products. From stereos and mobile phones, to timepieces, and even cars. This is the design story behind high-tech and industrially inspired design. Audio-visual products that distinguish themselves by integrating the latest technology with high style. The brand that does this? Bang & Olufsen. Started in 1925 by two young engineers who shared a passion for radio transmissions, this Danish company now executes its design concept with extreme precision. In fact, design is the driving force behind each product.
Design embodies everything that we do, so it is on top of the list.
While meticulous attention is paid to design, technology is equally important. Sound clarity, vision delivery, and technological proficiency are concealed in an industrial, high-tech inspired casing.
You cannot just be a beautiful product. You won't survive 80 years as we did. You have to balance technology and design. If not, you're just a pretty face and you won't survive another season. So we have to tap into the latest technology and adapt it in a user-friendly, human way.
User-friendliness is the top priority in the design process. The challenge for designers starts not from their laboratories and test facilities, but from the homes of consumers.
It starts with a basic idea. We have a chief designer at the moment called David Lewis. He comes in with a long picture or a long cardboard tube, and he puts it on the table and says, "This, gentleman, is our new speaker." And our engineers and our internal designers will go, "That's not a speaker, that's just a tube, that's a cardboard tube. It can never be a speaker. A speaker is supposed to be like a box." And so, yeah, that's exactly why we are going to challenge the ordinary. We are going to create a new speaker that looks like this. It will look exactly like this. It will be of aluminium, and it will be a new and groundbreaking shape for speakers. And the acoustic engineers will go, "We cannot create sound out of the speaker." And he will answer, "That's your challenge."
The silver sheen of metals are heavily employed to give a signature high-tech edge to each product. In this case, aluminum has been identified as the ideal material in the construction of audio products, as it is strong yet malleable, providing flexibility to designs made up of curves and corners. The result is a picture of simplicity and elegance.
Of course, we have to make it beautiful so it doesn't look strange or difficult to place in your living room. Often our products are actually switched off, so is other home entertainment products most of the day. So why should they be ugly to look at when they're switched off?
Combining the factors of the design process, the uniquely styled BioSound 9000 was born.
David is a very emotional person. He's from the happy 60s as well. He liked to see his Rolling Stones LPs turn around on the record player, and he got very frustrated by seeing his music disappear. So he said, "I want a system that communicates with me like my old record player. So why not put the 6 CDs in this way instead?" So when I come home from a busy day at the office, I can decide whether I want the heavy music or I want the lighter classical. So in a way, I have a communication with my audio system. And it's very easy to operate. You basically press whatever number of CD you wish to hear, and it will go straight to it. All movements are very soft. There's no sudden stops or sudden movements. It's all very, very smooth and nice. Yeah. Design is our language, and we have a lot to tell, many stories to tell, and we do it through design. So design is, it should evoke emotions in people.
The company's philosophy is to provoke a sense of amazement with the design, an aspect that allows for human emotions to be stirred up.
You can be anything but indifferent when you see that product. It's like a good piece of art. The only thing that really will disappoint us at Bang & Olufsen is if you say, okay, so what? We will love you either to love it, primarily, but some people also hate it. But for us, at least we have made a statement.
The designs of Bang & Olufsen aim to marry a high-tech form with highly advanced functions. But at the end of it all, a certain human emotion must be stirred up if a design is deemed to be successful.
We're not really in home entertainment, we're in the goosebump industry. We have to create goosebumps, and then people will lean back and say wow, and then they will buy and take our products home.
We continue our look at high-tech and industrial designs, where this style is catching on fast. For obvious reasons, this style is most often found in products requiring advanced engineering and considerable durability. It's no surprise then that this German company has embraced this design style in a big way. This is the world of BMW. While it may just be plainly practical to make a high-tech product, well, look high-tech, there is much more than meets the eye. Designers have to consider the most important factor in designing attractive and marketable automobile. That factor is humans.
Of course, designers have the necessary education and tools to use design as a messenger function, and they understand of what is a good proportion, what is beauty, or what is an interesting detail, what is truly good design. If it addresses the emotional, their emotion, then I think the designers have done a good job. So you don't have to necessarily say that is exactly the kind of thing that I like. But it should evolve in you a positive feeling that you say, this is the kind of product that fits to me.
Perfecting product usability is a cornerstone of the high-tech and industrial design style. And BMW will tell you that it will not be where it is today without some serious research, development, and design efforts. No cost was spared while pushing for technological advancement in areas like driver assistance and road safety. The design challenge was concealing all this technology into a sleek, high-tech design that has an intrinsic appeal to the end user.
The cultural differences within Asia are very big, and therefore we have to cater to every individual market separately. And there are different customer expectations and different perceptions about cars and about brands in every different market over here.
Designers then have to almost second-guess what customers want in their cars. The high-tech style most often calls for heavy use of metals and a glossy finishing, along with sleek curves and clean lines. Those mapping out the body of the car then have to use their instincts to put all the right curves in all the right places. These aesthetics add to the overall experience of driving for pleasure.
People should enjoy our cars, should enjoy the performance of the cars. We, in English terms over here, say sheer driving pleasure, which comes very close to the German phrase Freude am Fahren. And this is what our customers should take away by using our products, by owning our products, by experiencing the brand.
While form is crucial, the functionality of any car needs to be even more impressive. Finer points like the suspension system, engine management, and electronic sensors have to add just the right touch to the automobile. And it's got to look good at the same time.
BMW is a very driver-oriented car, where, for example, the center console is slightly bent towards you, so that you can have a better reach and better look at the controls. For driving is everything at hand, and all the information and all the controls that you need for your comfort, they are in the center console of the car with the iDrive system.
The dedication to the high-tech design with a touch of classical influence communicates the brand promise of this automobile.
When we talk about the appearance of the car, it must be authentic. There should not be any window dressing, there should not be a styling of a car, and then an expectation is promised but not fulfilled.
At the end of the day, this high-tech and industrial design only works if it brings a certain appeal to the driver. Gone are the days when a car was just to bring you from point A to point B. In an increasing affluent society, it's very much about how you look on your journey to the top. Mobile phones have gone from portable communication devices to the latest fashion statements and must-have accessories. Few would have imagined that a piece of technology such as this could become a lifestyle statement of urbanites around the world. In this respect, it has a lot to do with one thing: design. And Nokia has pulled out all the stops when they designed their phones to look as high-tech on the outside as they are on the inside.
Design is definitely a priority in Nokia. It's extremely important. Nokia is committed to design and creating user interface solutions of the highest quality. It's an integral part of our business.
One of the fundamental influences of design is to capture an essence and emotion that touches both the heart and mind of the user. But more importantly, it has employed designs to reach out to their customers. Glossy finishes, sleek lines, silver buttons, and metallic materials all point towards a high-tech and industrial design style that relates strongly to the nature and technology of its product. Emerging from the crucible of creative and technological inspiration is the Nokia 8800. The simple and contemporary object is designed to engage the user, balancing technology with seemingly common materials like stainless steel, ball bearings, and scratch-resistant glass. Crafted with modern watchmaking and jewelry techniques, the industrial elements are hidden in a high-tech casing of this phone.
Our design philosophy in a nutshell is really to combine what we feel is the best of features with the best of form and function. So we tend to call that the Nokia DNA, where it is marrying easy-to-use products, very intuitive products, together with beautiful form factors. So the essence of the Nokia design DNA or design criteria is to make a product work brilliantly, simply, but also to be very attractive to own and to use.
For many customers, the mobile phone is an extension of their personal style. To meet this need, the look and style of the user interface and external appearance of Nokia's phones may be tailored to meet individual needs. While the physical casing of each phone is painstakingly thought through in its form, Nokia takes it one step further: audio design.
I hope my music can evoke something in people, like feeling or emotion, memories. This Nokia 8800 is designed for our senses like of course sight, hearing, and touch.
In some countries, people are spending a significant amount of their monthly income to own a mobile communications device. There's no reason that device shouldn't look as classic and as premium as perhaps some other products in other markets where they are quite expensive. So we would like people to feel that they're owning something which is very personal, that it is as personal as the wallet they have chosen to wear, or as I mentioned earlier, the shirt they have chosen to put on that day. It does express something about the individual, and it really does extend or display the person's personality and where they feel they are in life.
The high-tech look and feel of each mobile device communicates the technology required to make it function. This style of design seems to be the most popular when it comes to creating modern engineering products. And this mobile phone is no exception. These brand names of highly technical and mechanical watch brands ring familiar in watch connoisseurs' ears. And serving as a platform for the multitude of luxury watch brands is the Hourglass. Exhibiting the ultimate fusion of high-tech watchmaking with an industrial design. The luxury timepieces that the Hourglass carry are a source of fascination with watch collectors worldwide. Each piece is a study in simplicity, balance, functionalism, and every single one speaks of a sophisticated and informed style.
From a design aesthetic, the timepiece itself is gone beyond a functional timepiece of measuring time. With the trend in itself and the higher appreciation of the art of watchmaking, combined with the, if you like, the fashion trend and appreciations of designs, be it related to buildings, be it related to landscapes and all that, the watches designs itself has also evolved and in pleasing and satisfying the very high-end customers.
Established in the early 70s, the Hourglass has withstood the test of time by constantly reinventing itself. In the new millennium, it has evolved into a premier specialist watch retailer in the Asia-Pacific region.
You know, the philosophies, the soul, the inspiration behind the creation is really, you know, tantamount to my decision on whether I do acquire a piece or not. Aesthetics aside, that plays a big part, you know, but understanding and knowing the creators behind the timepiece. And the reasons why they do things the way they do, why they design the bridges the way they do, you know, why they finish the watches in a particular way. You know, that is essentially what drives my passion.
The result is a collection of timepieces of high technology, encompassed by an industrial look, yet exuding an aura of vintage elegance and appeal.
Watch culture is essentially, you know, the building an appreciation of timepieces. I think at that level, you know, watches are deemed as mechanical sculptures of art.
Gold dials, rhodium hands, and translucent crystal backs. There is a play on the materials used in the craftsmanship to achieve visual and technical perfection.
This watch called Opus 5 by Harry Winston. It's got a single hand that tells the minute of the hour. The hour is actually a very complicated and innovative system whereby this wheel in itself rotates, as well as like a disc system that turns with every rotation to tells the hour.
Most would agree that good designs are ones that appeal to the heart as well as the mind. Design also plays an integral part in the delivery of the watches. The Hourglass boutiques are all revamped to create an inviting and contemporary atmosphere, befitting the enhanced shopping experience on purchasing a watch.
You know, we prefer, as you said, to focus on the emotional enrichment that the product gives you. But you know, you can derive from wearing every day, you know, a superior item on your wrist.
And that's our look at the high-tech and industrial design style, an aesthetic that reflects the state-of-the-art engineering and technology that form the backbone of each product. The key then to achieving this design style is to conceal these complexities within sleek, metallic frames that form a paradox of simplicity that belies the product's advanced functions. A glimpse of this only on Inside Design. A design style that defies definition. A culmination of every inspiration you could possibly imagine. A blend of old and new, east and west, as well as traditional and cutting edge. All this utilized to bring you an eclectic design style. The characteristically unconventional eclectic style is culled from disparate cultures, histories, and tastes. In fashion, an eclectic design weaves in a fluid concept where the lack of restriction and borders allow for creativity in how colors, fabrics, and cultural heritage is tied into design. Offering a plethora of options for imaginative contemporary apparel is the fashion consortium, The Link. The complexity of the eclectic nature results in the eccentric fusion of a wide range of styles. Ethnic materials and somewhat bizarre shapes and lengths melt together into a balanced outfit.
I like them to feel that they could be an individual. They could be not a fashion victim, but they could always match all dressed up with any luxury brand. I mean, you know, I think fashion has evolved and people are more discerning. So people are now, you know, deciding on how they like to wear a brand or how they would like to be dressed up instead of from head to toe from one designer.
The eclectic design serves as a venture for unlimited possibilities, as it is not dictated by seasonal trends. The philosophy of the brand plays an integral part in the conception of the eclectic design.
Our design philosophy is modern, staying within the trend. We are about wearable clothes, all dressed up as a prestige line. It's not prestige. And it's not mess. It's targeting a consumer that discerning, travels a lot, who's adventurous, free spirit, bohemian, and who loves fashion.
Vibrant colors add to the unpredictable elements of the eclectic style. Bright summery oranges accentuate serene shades of pistachio, lilac, and sky blue.
Well, I love Etro because of its color, its whimsical fashion. It's fun. It's tongue-in-cheek. You know, it's not so serious, and it's great because I see two different generations wearing Etro. Etro is flexible. It has great textile, and it has also a fantastic menswear, which is great for the whole entire family.
In producing a chic and feminine look with a distinct bohemian spirit for the label All Dressed Up, an assortment of materials gleaned from diverse sources are employed. Denim and leather are used together with luxuriant cotton and silk fabrics, presenting a contrast in textiles and textures. The array of luxury evening bags at the Link afford are also fashioned with a potpourri of materials that reiterate the complex nature of the eclectic style. Crystals, velvet, satin, and suede are stitched together with the desire to impart an air of extravagance and sexy indulgence.
We thought that, to be unique and be special, we have to have something that is really eye-catching, exciting, something new. So that's how we came out about this concept of offering party bags, served on trays on a bar. It's a bar concept. It's very simple. I mean, it's exciting, it's sexy, it's new. I think people found it really wonderful.
Since this design style is about the layering of different formations, attention to detail is a crucial part of the design process. Fur trims are stitched by hand, while hand-painted silk, embroidered motifs, fringe knits, and brocade borders are crafted with panache to impart the qualities of high style and glamour.
All Dress Up is a modern women's wear line with wonderful Asian sensibilities. So the Asian influence will be reflected in details, but it's a modern line for a global clientele.
The mood that surrounds eclectic apparel is one of freedom and rebellion, and the versatility that the clothes offer is targeted at pleasing fashion chameleons. By aiming to showcase the best in eclectic fashion, the link seems to have defined new ways to dress up. Entering the world of contrasts are mobile solutions with an eclectic fashion flair. The eclectic design style encompasses a variety of elements coming together to create a unique appearance. And layering complex designs with contrasting materials, trims, and colors are Finnish mobile makers Nokia with their L'Amour collection. The L'Amour collection, inspired by the creativity and intricate work of artisans, is richly decorative, fusing contemporary design with vintage glamour.
The essence of the Nokia design DNA or design criteria is to make a product work brilliantly, simply, but also to be very attractive to own and to use and to actually be proud of, to be a personal expression or something that you want to use to express your own position in life or your own feelings.
As the eclectic design is an amalgamation of many different styles, it arouses a sense of curiosity. The idea of luxurious technology is incorporated with the use of traditional materials, usually reserved for ornaments or fashion accessories. Offering a harmonious mishmash of ethnic references, the design is also culturally eclectic. A tribal feel is infused by the organic quality that the leather and bone-colored plastics exude.
There are obviously geographical differences in where people live. There are socio-economic differences as well, what they can afford. But there are also personal, individual differences about where they feel they are in their life. They may be slightly older, they may be slightly younger, they might be very successful, they may still be climbing the ladder, or they might be looking for their first job. And their phone becomes an expression of their position in life. And it's critical to Nokia, and has been critical to Nokia's success, to understand this and to listen to what our consumers are saying and understand that one size does not fit all.
An intriguing mix of reclaimed materials features strongly in the design. The inspiration of using amber, turquoise, silk, and enamel is drawn from equally diverse notions of history, romanticism, and fantasy. Details such as fashion labels, woven straps, and velvet-lined pouches further emphasize the eclectic interpretations of the design. With freedom to implement an assortment of styles, the designers treated the project as an open canvas for creativity.
Other products such as the L'Amour collection have the sight and sound combined, so the wallpapers tie well into the overall design of the product. And the sound that the products make, even as simply as opening the swivel or closing the swivel, reinforce the natural noises, nature's inspiration that have created this range.
The emotional bond that Nokia hopes to forge between consumer and phone is integral to the design. The eclectic nuances of the phone is tailored to enable it to be an expression of oneself.
The phone, rather than just being a voice terminal or a messaging terminal, suddenly became an expression of how the person was feeling and of that person's position or how they felt they wanted to express themselves externally. Much like they might choose a handbag or a shirt, a pair of shoes, or even another personal item, perhaps a wallet.
The combination of artistry and technology in an elaborately eclectic design may be considered radical for a mobile phone. The L'Amour collection, then, may well be one of its kind. With an array of vibrant colors, contrasting surfaces, and exuding both vintage and chic elegance, the eclectic style has found its way into contemporary glass jewelry. Capturing the beauty of light and color through its modern eclectic glass jewelry is Aurealis. The eclectic style is marked by a concoction of various inspirations with different sources and materials. The jewelry pieces from Aurealis are handcrafted with techniques gleaned from traditional and modern influences. Layers of glass are fired at very high temperatures in a kiln. Glass is heated in a flame to sculpt beads with graceful contours. Another dimension is added by the play on form and color. Aurealis aims to recreate the same sparkling quality of the Northern Lights in its glass jewelry.
This piece is made out of borosilicate glass. It starts off in the form of rods, and then these are manipulated in a flame to produce this piece. One of the things that this piece has is fuming with silver. So in other words, what we do is we take a small piece of silver and burn off the silver to produce a shine which you can see in on the surface of the flower.
The use of contrasting materials is also characteristic of the eclectic designs that encompass Aurealis jewelry. An unusual pairing is the striking combination of glass and metal. Silver, copper leaf, and gold are fused into the glass, resulting in vivid hues of rich reds and soft blues.
So this pendant is made from dichroic glass. That's the glass which has metallic coatings on it. They're cut up into small pieces, layered one on top of the other, and then a clear glass is placed over it and then fired in a kiln at about 1440 degrees, and that's the pendant that comes out.
Now, glass is often perceived as an unremarkable material to work with. However, its flexibility and ability to play on light allows it to be transformed into unique patterns that manifest a spectrum of colors.
You can get textures, you can get colors, you can get forms, you can produce beautiful, not just jewelry, but beautiful sculptures from it. So I just think it's a fantastic medium to work with.
Assembling the glass pieces in the design process requires an open and creative spirit. Inspiration for the jewelry is derived from a myriad of sources.
Inspiration really comes from all around me. It could be from a piece of fabric, it could be from a fallen crumpled leaf, It could even be from a piece of furniture. I mean, I remember sitting on a piece of Art Deco furniture a few years ago, and that was my inspiration to design something. I think it's really about opening your mind's eye at all times. So if you do that, inspiration comes.
The inherent purpose of jewelry is to beautify, and good design is the guiding compass to crafting attractive forms from glass.
I think good design must incorporate functionality. A pendant may look fantastic when it comes out of a flame, but if it doesn't sit well around the wearer's neck, it's of not much use.
Eclectic design allows for experimentation and the implementation of a hybrid of styles. With the innately eclectic nature of glass, both fragile and resilient, transparent yet mysterious, it is perhaps apt that Aurealis applies the eclectic design style to its glass jewelry. An uninhibited style with a distinct slant toward a fusion of motifs are often the distinguishing features of eclectic design. While this style can be seen almost anywhere and everywhere, it makes a particular impact when it is employed in packaging products. In particular, in the extremely fashion-conscious world of skincare, cosmetics, and fragrances. Presenting a pastiche of haute styles that defy definition is Anna Sui. Rich colors, delectable textures, and a mix of patterns aim to bring out the eclectic nature of Anna Sui's designs. An element of surprise is procured from the eclectic blend of eras and genres. Innovative interpretations of hippie chic are fused with an eccentric vintage-inspired style. An integration of Rococo and gypsy details results in decorative designs with an individualistic appeal.
Anna Sui is basically a brand for anyone who is fun and young at heart, basically, who likes quirky and mysterious and magical designs.
Indeed, the ornate and floaty motifs are targeted at women who appreciate the aesthetics with a hint of humor and a lot of flair.
The fantasy that you buy when you buy the product is part of my desire to make everybody else as obsessive as I am, where you can't resist, you have to have it, and once the product is finished you want to keep it and you still want to display it on your vanity. I mean, it's like, that's how I am with my things, and I wanted it to follow through in my products so that people just kind of made it a collectible.
The letterings that adorn the elixir-like bottles for the skincare are embellished with oriental infusions. The signature floral design is reminiscent of the Art Nouveau style with a contemporary twist. To further enhance the product's features, a blizzard of colors are employed. Turquoise, teal, and silver are used liberally in the design of the packaging.
I think you get the experience of the Anna Sui world when you walk into my store with the purple and black and the red floors, and kind of like it's a road to discovery, finding new things that make you happy. And I think that's another thing that people always talk about when they talk about my fashion, is that it brings a smile to their face. There's like a sense of whimsy, and I think sometimes things are kind of tongue-in-cheek too. But I think that's important, is for people to be happy.
The design of the packaging of the products is very, very important for Anna Sui Cosmetics, because I think it's one of the key factors why people are attracted to the counter, to even start noticing the packaging or the boxes, why is it so different from the rest of the cosmetics. So I would say it's the most important element.
Inspiration is drawn from a hodgepodge of sources, playing with the signature ambiguity that is unique to the eclectic design. Anna Sui's design's sensibility represents a modern convergence of influences from the past, with notions of classical romance and modern-day rock and roll.
My timing came at the same time as globalization. It made me an ideal candidate to be a global designer because I thought nothing of jumping on a plane and going to make shoes in Italy or bags in Japan or makeup in Japan or perfume in Germany. You know, it's what I did. It was my job. So I think that helped me stay very open-minded, and I think that's part of the secret of being a designer today, that you have to realize that you're not just designing for a small audience. Now it's a global audience.
In conjuring up an eclectic design that prefers to be an extension of personal style and essence, ultimately, the aim of the overall aesthetics lie in pleasing the customer.
Well, I think that there's something for everyone out there. And some women look great in just like a white shirt and a pair of jeans. I'm not that type of woman. I need all the accoutrements, like all the accessories, the ruffles, the little butterfly hair. I love like trinkets and jewelry, and so that's the type of woman I am, and that's the type of woman my customer is. So I think that no matter what the trends are saying, you still have to answer to your customer too.
The eclectic design style is epitomized by Anna Sui's unorthodox translation of fashion. Through themes of antiquated romance and modern-day elements, this design is a mysterious contradiction that is signature to the eclectic design style. And that's our look at just a few eclectic inspirations that continue to defy convention and definition. It's a style that is distinctively difficult to classify, but very easy for many to appreciate. On Inside Design.